English rugby could introduce a 2-week mid-season break to tackle the increasing workload on top players and reduce the lengthy injury lists at Premiership clubs. It is understood the issue will be on the agenda when the Rugby Players Association (RPA), the Players Union, and Premiership Rugby next meet to discuss the controversial month-long extension to the season, planned to come into force in 201920. This season has already seen a huge rise in leading players suffering serious injury, and changing the schedule is seen as vital. It is understood that finding room for either 2 breaks or one longer period without matches will be on the table at the meeting. It is an idea English football has failed to embrace, despite a winter break being common across Europe and, given controversial plans to extend the domestic rugby season, allowing players much-needed rest is being addressed. Premiership Rugby want the season to start in September, with the final at the end of June. Eddie Jones to learn if England trio will miss autumn tests. Damien Hopley, head of the RPA, who have led calls for the change, said, "We are trying to get more detail from Premiership Rugby about what the new season structure would look like, and we understand mid-season breaks will be discussed. We expect ring-fenced breaks to be part of the proposals. We have a RPA Players Board meeting on November 6 and the dialogue with PRL is ongoing. I'm an optimist and finding a solution will take time, but let's get all the detail on the table." Former Harlequins and England forward Nick Easter, who is now the club's defence coach, is strongly against extending the season, mooting instead the dropping of the Anglo-Welsh Cup from the fixture list. "I am in favour of a 2-week break after New Year because it would help the players get over niggles and knocks and also allow pitches to be repaired," said Easter, who played a record 281 games for the West London club and was capped 54 times. "I think a break is a no-brainer. You could also have a week's break in November and one after the Six Nations, a 4-week break in total, and it will help the quality of the rugby. Extending the season doesn't work and is a load of rubbish. A break from rugby in the season will still see players in contact with the club doing conditioning etc., just not matches. Whatever happens, the players need to be involved in the decision-making. There are easier ways of helping the players, but it depends on who is holding the cards. If I was playing I would want a longer season, and if that happens then standards will deteriorate. The end of the season should be the end of the season, you draw a line under it." Hopley backs Easter's views and believes the opinions of players, past and present, need to be taken into consideration. What Nick is saying is an example of the strong ideas being put forward to find a solution. He is calling upon expertise to find an answer, he said. Saracens chairman Nigel Ray, however, says he is more concerned about getting the global season sorted out. "I am not aware of a 2-week break being put forward," he said. "For me, the crux of the matter is the global season.